Welcome, friends, to Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter. We bring you the greatest female voices in the music industry, from the artists, songwriters, and producers, to managers and executives, and all the women who make the music industry what it is today. Thank you for joining us. Welcome, friends, to another episode of Crazy Women Country. I'm Donna.
I'm Paula, and today we have Jessica Lynne Witty with us. How you doing?
I'm doing good. How are you crazy ladies doing?
We're doing good.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Getting crazier by the day.
Yes.
Exactly.
Definitely. So, tell all our Crazy Women Country fans, who is Jessica Lynne?
So I'm Jessica Lynne Witty, and I am a country artist. I grew up in Denmark in Europe, and I moved here 10 years ago, here being the United States. I'm in Washington State right now, but I spend just as much time in Nashville. And I'm a country artist, and I am also crazy, I guess. That would be, we put that in there too. Yeah. All right.
That fits perfectly.
We love crazy.
Definitely.
Yep.
So how does, well, we all know that Europe is not so big on country music, especially back a few years. So how did you get into country music?
So I've always been half and half. And so my dad's American, my mom is Danish, but I grew up in Denmark with my mom. So when I was a little girl, I was homesick from school, and they had just a channel on the TV that they were trying out for size to see if the audience wanted it. It was called CMT. And so I got introduced to what was then called new country. I guess we would call it classic country now, the 90s style. Faith Hill's Wild One was really the song that got me into country, because it's so, I was just about her age of the girl that she's singing in the song. And I was like, she's singing about me. So I just fell in love with country music. And then when I would visit my dad over in the States, I would come over here and he'd drop us off at the mall, like good 90s children. And my sisters would head straight for the clothes stores and the, JCPenney or whatever. And I would head straight for the record store and just buy as much country music as I possibly could, because we just couldn't get it. And now I'm going to date myself, right? This was before the internet. Ooh. So yes, everybody, I'm older than the internet. So before then, you couldn't just go online and search for something. I was so dependent on coming over here every other summer sometimes, and listen to the radio and figure out, look up all my favorite artists. And I would talk to people in the record store, like, I like this guy and I like this person. What else do you think I would like? I got turned on to John Michael Montgomery and Laura Morgan and Reba McEntire and Patti Loveless. I mean, you could go down the whole list of people that were hot at that time. So that was a long explanation on how I got into country, but there you have it.
That's cool. I remember that. The first time I got into Reba was through CMT. They played it for a while in the UK, and then it just vanished. And you used to get country magazines, few and far between, some of the news agents. And I had to handwrite a letter, send it by snail mail, for them to come back, tell me what albums they had, and then rung them to say, I want these albums, and they sent them to me.
That's incredible.
Oh,
totally. And double the price of anything else, because it was imported, right? I did the same thing. So when I was running out of options, I was like, all right, walk down to my TV and radio store, and they had CDs at the time, was still a thing. It was like right in between CDs, cassette tapes and CDs. So I would go down there and I'd be like, show me your country section. There was like 5 CDs. I'm like, okay, so import this, give me this one, and this one. And then I would pay like triple the price if I had to just get whatever, just to keep my fix going.
It was an addiction. It was.
Well, I can say at least in
It
America,
still is.
we had the ability to put on the radio station, just press record on our tape, but we had to wait, But
I know. And it's one of those things that, like, you guys don't know how good you had it.
yeah.
Because we had to do a lot of work on the other side of the pond.
Yes, definitely. I remember when they sent the CDs, they said to me they'll send it without the cases, so it'll be lighter. So you don't have to pay as much in postage. So when it come to the UK, I then had to buy the plastic cases to put them into.
Wow. Okay, I at least got them fully shrink wrapped and everything. So, well, with what I was paying for them, because I was paying for that postage. So with what I was paying for them, they better be freaking shrink wrapped or actually signed. They should have been signed.
It was crazy. The things we did just to get, a few CDs.
Oh, yeah, totally.
So I guess that's one advantage
those
now.
Days. Yeah, now I can just, well, I live in the States now, so it's a little bit different, but yeah, anyone can find any music anywhere at any time.
Yeah.
And if you can't find it legally, you can always find it illegally. It's always great. I mean, there's not advocating that people support the arts, but it's possible.
Oh yeah.
And honestly, if people want to go through the effort of finding my song for free, then I'm like, have at it. If it's worth that to you, have at it. That's a lot of work.
Yeah, because now you buy individual songs for like $1, $1.25. Yeah, like come on. Yeah. It's like less than a soda.
Have it all for whatever Spotify charges you. It's like people don't pay for music anymore. It's just not a thing.
I mean, Apple Music, you pay a subscription each month, which is barely a CD, and that's it. And I can download 6 CDs, and then you get your money back pretty much. And you can download single songs. As soon as the albums arrive, they send them straight to you. You don't have to wait for nothing now. It's just there.
Yep. So the whole industry has changed over that. So it's well, and even now I'm noticing, because I'm out playing music again after the pandemic, and we're just getting started in our state. So we're kind of behind over here compared to the rest of the US. But I'm noticing CDs aren't going as well as they once were. So when I came here in 2010 and I started my music career, I was thinking, wow, CDs are going to be obsolete in like 2 years. 10 years later, I was still selling them. Now I'm starting to see them kind of phase out. So it took a while. It's taking a while for an actual media of like an actual physical element of the music listening experience to disappear.
But then I don't think the pandemic helped with that, because people couldn't go out and buy them. You couldn't buy them unless you lived somewhere that it could actually be delivered to. So people found other ways to get their music. So of course, the whole listening experience changed.
And I think the pandemic definitely pushed it forward. But also cars aren't being made with CD players anymore. Computers aren't being made with CD players. It's like an extra thing you need to add on to your situation if you want to be able to use this obsolete media. So it was just a matter of time before everybody started getting, even the 2 to 3 year old cars now don't have CD players. So people are starting to upgrade, and all of a sudden nobody's going to have a CD player anymore. So what are they going to do with it? And even if you give them a download, that's not how they consume music, because you can't put a download into Spotify, for instance. You can into iTunes, but not Spotify. So we just have to go with the flow of it. And now people buy hats and t-shirts and other things to support the music that's being made and delivered to them for free. So music is no longer the product, I guess, is what I'm getting at. Wow, tangent.
Except for vinyls are starting to come back. And there's like this whole vinyl collection.
This whole vinyl craze. And I'm looking into that. It's expensive. And you usually have to run a lot of vinyl to get anything. And then it costs a lot. And so it's a really high priced item. And we could probably move that item. I mean, I'm sure that there are enough vinyl listeners in my base, but I'm not from a vinyl time. I don't listen to vinyl. So for me, it wouldn't be a personal experience to put that out. So I've been behind the A game on that for sure.
Oh, so
yeah, I must admit, I think some vinyls are quite expensive, aren't they? So
yeah, they are, and a lot of them come with a download anyway. But then again, nobody wants the download, so it's I see there are certain genres like jazz, Americana, even some like classic rock and rollers. They want vinyl and they buy it like they did in the 70s. But I don't see mainstream country necessarily being one of those. Alt country, bell bottom country, maybe those styles. And almost everybody that I know, like in the country music, have vinyl in their store. Like, they have it available, but that's in the higher up echelons where they probably have the budget for it and just say, you just have to have vinyl, even if our listeners don't necessarily crave it. Yeah. So yeah, I've been debating. I don't use it. And so I've been debating whether or not that high priced item is ever gonna sell. But I'm looking into it right now because I have an album coming out in November. So yay!
That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, right?
So tell us, who are some of the females that inspire you to do music?
Ooh, females that inspire me to do music. I'm going to dip into two different categories here. I will say I have some very strong women in my life. I have friends of all different ages, and they inspire me to keep going and follow my dreams and be the best version of myself that I can be. And so I have that support network. That's very inspiration. That drives me and gives me inspiration. And then I have, there are definitely certain women who I feel have been trailblazers in country music. And I still feel it's getting better, but I still feel like there's a big inequality with men and women in country music, especially in country music. I mean, I remember the days of, and this has actually happened to me, where I'm calling on a festival, trying to book a festival, and they say, oh no, we already have our female act. As in, like, they only need one. Here comes my dog barking. Hang on.
It's okay.
Oh no, he didn't bark. Okay.
Full joke.
People come in the door. Usually he barks. So anyway, so I will say that strong women like current, like Miranda Lambert and Casey Musgraves, Ashley McBride, like those are some trailblazers that right now are holding their, to use a line from one of Miranda Lambert's songs, they're the keepers of the flame, right? They're the ones blazing forward right now, showing what women can do. And but back in the day, it would be, I mean, I was inspired by Patsy Cline and Loretta Lynn and Dolly Parton, and you know, those people that they went before us, like they were in there at a time where women couldn't even really have a business without it being looked at weird, or they couldn't have a credit card without their husband's permission. You know, those days. Oh, the kitty.
Yeah, Tigger says hi.
Oh,
she likes all the women you're naming.
Bunch.
She is.
That's adorable. She's super cute. I am easily distracted by pets and shiny objects. Just saying.
I love that. Pets and shiny objects. What can we find?
Yep. And wine. Wine will distract me too.
Okay.
Oh.
I love that.
So yeah, I feel like I've been inspired by a lot of women. I feel like there aren't enough of women blazing forward, showing the men how it's done. Like that, we could always use more of that.
And there's a lot of women out there. A lot of women out there making music. They're just not being heard. They're being overshadowed by, I don't know, either it's just men or just the industry itself or what. But they're just, I mean, we've interviewed some amazing women, but they're just not, you know what I mean? They can't just break through that last little bit to, you know, it's crazy. It really is crazy.
Yeah, unfortunately, I feel like we still live in a world where women have to shout 10 times louder than the men to be heard. We have to be 10 times better than them to be heard. Which we are, so there.
Yes.
But
of course.
Man, I'm just going on a male bashing. I didn't expect that. Except for my husband. I love my husband. He's good. He's one of the good ones. So there's still not enough equality, and there's still that element of, for every man, there's got to be like 3 or 4 women to make up for it, right? Like that in the sense of how much we can get heard and how much we can do, and then the other way around, for every girl that's on the radio, there's like 10 guys. You'll hear, I can sit and listen to country radio for an hour and only hear 1 woman. And that's just sad.
And that's the top 2%, like usually the Carrie Underwood, the Miranda Lamberts, and yeah.
And good for them. That's awesome.
Absolutely.
But there's more space. There's more space for everybody out there.
We agree.
Definitely.
I do think we have an opportunity, though, because as the listening experience is changing, country radio still has a big part in it, but not as much as it used to. The streaming platforms and all these things are changing the way that we listen to music. So now there's a little bit more of an equal playing field if we're willing to play the game and find the holes and poke our head through, right?
Yeah, absolutely. You make a great point there.
Perfect.
So
we will break through. We will find that hole.
Yeah, you had a release not too long ago called Beer Run. We'd love to hear about that. Tell us about that. How did the idea come about?
Sure. So I'm going to go deep here for a second and explain that before I pursued my music dream, I basically didn't do music at all for over a decade. And life without music for me was not good. It just was not anything. It was just not a life that was making me happy. And within that unhappiness, I was also in an abusive relationship. And so once I got out of that, I realized what I wanted, and I moved over here and I started doing what I'm doing right now. But I do remember feeling trapped in an abusive relationship. Never considered killing him, though. I will say that. But I did think of ways to get out of it that weren't healthy in the sense of, because I didn't feel like there was any way out. And I think a lot of people who have experienced that know exactly what I'm talking about. And the way it creeps up on you, the way by the time the relationship turns abusive, you're basically already worn down so much you can't even recognize it. It's hard. People look at me with surprise, actually, when I say that I have been in an abusive relationship, because they're like, you, of all people. But I was very, like, I had to go through a lot of therapy afterwards, realizing that I am enough, and I'm good enough, and I deserve the best. And, that kind of self-talk, if we're not taught it, actually, if we're taught the opposite, I wasn't taught what a healthy relationship looks like. I'd never even seen one. So we do what we know.
Yeah.
And so that's kind of where I would start with this, and then definitely feel a kindredness to anyone else who's been in abusive relationships, men and women. I then take the lighthearted approach of, like, kind of like Thelma and Louise meets Goodbye Earl is what I would say this beer run song is, because it's basically about killing the guy. Like, it's the 2 best of friends, Marianne and Wanda style, that just decide, all right, we set things right, and you don't have to tell them that. Just tell them he went on a beer run and never came home. Like, that's the story we're sticking to. So it's a little more lighthearted than the actual story would Like if it was an actual story about killing someone, it might be a little dramatic.
Yeah.
I'm wrong. You know, I don't condone murder at all. But it's fun hinting at it, and it's fun tapping into, it was fun creating this whole situation of tapping into all that hurt and pain that comes along with dysfunctional relationships and the lack of self-worth that we women feel when we are in those situations. So yeah, so that's Beer Run for you. It's definitely,
and I bet there's a lot of women out there that can, you know, relate to it, and you know, you've probably helped a lot of people, and you know, so yeah.
I hope so. I mean, my reasoning for writing a song like that is just because it's in me. I mean, I write it for me, basically. But if it also helps others, then yay. And I know it will help others because I am actually donating 50% of all the proceeds go to domestic violence charity here in Washington. So I want to make sure that I didn't just put out a song about domestic abuse without also giving back to the women who are still struggling with that.
Yeah.
So I want everyone to go onto iTunes or Amazon or wherever you buy your digital music and go purchase that today.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. And even if you buy a t-shirt that says Beer Run on it, or if you buy, like there's a bunch of other merchandise on my store that also will go to that. So.
Okay, perfect. So merchandise about perfect. Make sure you get there and buy it and help this amazing.
So you can,
cause.
link will be in the description. So you can all do that, follow her link, and
perfect.
So, yeah.
That's wonderful.
Cool. Okay. Now we've had the deep stuff. Let's have the fun stuff.
Oh, we forgot to mention we do these quick fire questions.
We like to throw it on people. Some people know beforehand, other people are like, oh, but they're fun. They're fun.
It depends on the question, I guess. I've been blindsided sometimes, like not knowing what to answer, and then other times it just, yeah, exactly. So
no, these are fun.
I'm ready.
There's nothing serious. No right answers. You know.
Okay.
Whatever. Yeah, that's cool. That's cool. Okay, so are you ready for this?
I am ready for this.
Okay, let's do this. So, early bird or night owl?
Early bird.
What sitcom family would you be a member of, or what TV show would you be a member of?
Are we talking sitcom or any series or what?
Any series. Sometimes it's quite.
Any series. I'd like to be a fly on the wall in Lucifer.
That'd be quite cool, actually. Okay, so if we had a look on your iPod or your phone, what guilty pleasure music would be hidden deep in there?
Guilty pleasure music. Okay, probably like bubblegum pop from the 80s. Yep.
Cool.
Big fan.
Cool. That is cool. Why not? Why not?
Why not?
What's the weirdest, strangest, cutest, outrageous thing a fan has ever done for you?
So I have a fan. Her name is Jenny. She's in a wheelchair, and I sometimes have a hard time understanding her, so her mom helps out. But she's a big fan, and she brings me and Jon Snow, my dog that we just met in the green room before. She brings me these little iron pearl pattern things that she makes every time, and I think that is just the cutest thing. So I have a whole collection of those, and I love them dearly.
Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Okay, boots or heels?
Boots.
I love the look on her face. What else is there?
Like, come on.
Heels are not even a question.
No.
You might shock us and say heels and be like,
Can't kick dirt with heels. Come on. Well, you can, but it's not pretty.
you fall on your ass, but yeah, that'd be quite funny.
Yeah, well, that's.
What's your favorite drink?
It is right now. I'm actually changing it right because usually it's port or sherry. I like the sweet dessert drinks, but right now I'm into bamboo rum. and I drink it straight.
What was that again?
Bamboo rum.
Bamboo rum. Okay.
It's a type of rum. It's very distinct in its flavor. Very good.
So you're part pirate then?
Yeah, probably.
Rum always reminds me of pirates. It's so funny.
Totally. I'm a rum person. I love any drink mixed with rum. I'll take it.
Perfect.
Sounds good.
There you go. I love that. What's your favorite holiday?
Thanksgiving.
Cool. What's your favorite animal?
My favorite animal. Well, I gotta say it's my dog because he's just so adorable. My dog. But I do love horses too. So there's that.
That's cool. Okay. Dogs and horses. Cool. Okay. If you could add somebody to Mount Rushmore, who would it be and why?
Martin Luther King. Because that mountain is highly unrepresented.
Definitely. Great answer. Fantastic answer. What was the first concert you ever went to?
Wow. I don't remember what my first concert was, but I do know what my first country concert was.
What was that one?
And that was, oh, wait. I don't remember which one came first. It was in the same month because I just moved here. So it was either, wait for it, it was either Billy Currington or Gretchen Wilson and Big and Rich. Both were fantastic.
Both fantastic, yes. I like both of them. They're very cool.
Oh.
They're very cool.
What's your favorite color?
It used to be red, but now it's purple.
Purple.
Purple on my walls.
Purple
on my walls.
She knew.
I knew that, yeah. No. It's my favorite color. That's why I wear it a lot. Anyway. So what's the best thing since sliced bread?
Best thing since sliced bread. Oh, I would show you my keys, but these little tile things, I don't know if you can see them. We have these little stickers and keychains and things that so whenever I misplace my wallet, my keys, my purse, which happens frequently, I just ring a little thing from my phone and I can find them. It's better than sliced bread.
That is really cool.
I lose everything.
They're really cool.
Hours to find
I should be endorsed. Seriously, I should be endorsed by them. I would have lose my head if it wasn't attached to my shoulders.
So if you could talk to anyone, alive or dead, who would it be and what would you want to talk about?
Anyone alive or dead? Okay, this is going to be an interesting one. I have an ancestor by the name of Witty who had a tavern in Plymouth. Is that Massachusetts or something? Mm-hmm. But around the time of the Revolution, and I would love to go to that tavern and have a conversation with my great whatever granddad.
That's really cool.
Because I have a theory that he was he was part of the Revolution on the American side, but I don't know. But a lot of the taverns were used as meeting places for these things, and so for him to have a tavern in that much of an important city in that time, I just think would be really fascinating.
That'd be awesome.
So that's weird.
No, it's cool.
I love that answer.
So if you weren't doing music, what would you be doing?
What would I be doing? I would probably be working with horses.
Wonderful.
Yep.
If you were a Disney character, what character would you be?
Meg from Hercules.
Yes, I love Hercules. Hercules
I
is
do
one
too.
of
It's one of my favorite ones.
It's very, very cool. I love the women on the bars. They're so cool.
They are awesome. The music in that movie is fantastic.
It is. I'm with you on that.
Well, I'll just be on Disney today.
Yeah, I was going to say, now I'm going to go watch it.
I love it.
So, favorite ice cream flavor?
I'll go with coffee. I have 3 favorites, but coffee's probably the top. Haagen-Dazs coffee ice cream.
Nice.
Best.
Oh, favorite snack?
Favorite snack. I feel like I have like one thing that would be so obvious, but all right, well, if I don't have to worry about sugar, licorice. Like Danish licorice.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
I love licorice.
Like salty, spicy.
There's a lot of
kind
people
of
who don't like licorice, but I love licorice.
Oh, yeah, especially over here. I mean, they're like, I gave them, so we have these things called Turkish pepper. Have you tried those? I'm sure you have them in England too. No? Okay, well, they have them in Germany too. So I figured maybe. But they're like hard candy, licorice hard candy. And then when you chew, like if you get to the middle, there's this like explosion of like spicy pepper powder. And we always give them to people over here just to see how they react because it's hilarious. And one of my friends, when she got to that inner part, she's like, I thought you liked me. So at Turkish pepper, I could eat that all day long. I love it.
I love licorice. That's so cool.
Yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to try that one day.
You guys have great questions, by the way. It's hilarious.
So
this is the best one. I love this question.
So hypothetically, if I came to you and said I need to hide a body, do you know a good place?
I have some options. Yep.
Wonderful.
But you have to bring your own shovel.
Okay. I guess I'm doing all the work. You're just going to show me where. Got it.
No, I'll bring a shovel too. I'll join in. Yeah, that'd be great.
I love that question.
He went on a beer run and never came home, right? That's the story we're sticking to.
Yeah.
All right.
Or a little Martha Devine there, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Just mix them all up and you never know what story's what.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I love the way the number of people actually sit there and really think about that question, and some have the perfect answers straight off as if they're waiting for it. It's well funny.
It's like, have you been thinking about this a while?
I think they have.
Yeah.
Too much.
Crazy women country, right?
We are. And we do like the ID channel because they have some very unique TV shows, let me tell you. You haven't watched Wives with Knives?
Oh, okay.
Fear Thy Neighbor?
There's my next song, maybe.
Wives with Knives. Okay. Yeah, they have some great shows. They really, really do. Mm-hmm. Fantastic. Yeah.
So tell us, what would be a good theme song for your life?
A good theme song for my life. Wow. Okay, I'm going to go with, I don't know if you know this song, Charlotte Martin's Bring on the Day.
Oh, I don't know, but I have to listen.
Yeah, I have to look it up.
We're going to look it up and listen.
It's been my theme song since Sweet Home Alabama, the movie, came out, which is it's in there. Yeah.
No, okay.
I listen to weird music.
So we probably already heard that, so yeah.
Yeah, I've seen the film, but you know what song it is. Yeah, that's the thing.
So tell our listeners an artist, an album, a song that they should listen to before they die.
Album, song. Okay. Wow, just picking is hard.
It can be very challenging on this question.
Yes, this one is hard, especially because it's like, God, what, you know. Okay, I guess for people my age who haven't heard a lot of the songs that were in Guardians of the Galaxy, the Guardians of the Galaxy soundtrack.
I love that, yeah.
1 and 2, awesome mix 1 and 2. They should be listened to by everyone before they die. Perfect. There you go. Great. That's my running playlist. When I go running, yeah.
I love it. That's the best. The best playlist ever, that is. Okay. Who is your favourite Cwc host?
Oh, God. Don't make me choose.
You will.
I can't do that. No, I'm just gonna not flat out not answer that. No, that's mean.
Okay.
That's perfect.
You guys are equally crazy. I love it.
Look, Tager and Bilbo did not get a vote today. Yes.
Yes, that's the first time the pets
Refuse to participate. That's all I can say. Okay.
Oh, that's okay. Some people defer to the cat or the dogs. You know. Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
This is very funny.
Well, there's that.
So, what does the rest of 2021 have in store for you?
Oh, okay. So we're out of the fast round now.
Yes, ma'am.
We're in the easy part now.
Unless you want some more, we can look up some more questions. You know.
Oh yeah, we can do some more.
Bring it on. It's so fun to do that. It's so fun. So 2021, I committed to putting out a song a month and a video with it. Actually, I committed to putting out a song a month, but I'm trying to make a video for each of them too, which makes me have to get really creative sometimes because I need some visuals. Here we go, people. So there's going to be a new song every month and an album to sum it all up in November and a Christmas song at the end. So that's what we have coming up this year. I'm going, and a lot of live shows. I'm playing a lot of live shows again, which is great and terrifying because do I still remember how to do this? You know.
Oh, that's so funny. I love that. Do I remember how to do this? Just stand there and sing, and people will cheer.
Yeah.
Everybody's so desperate for it. They're like, yeah! We love this. This is cool.
That's awesome.
That's very, very cool.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Everyone's just excited to get out, except for Floridians. They've been out. That's
Yeah, exactly. They've been out forever. But yeah, I'm also looking forward to planning more shows out on the other side of the Rockies because I've been isolated here for so long in Washington State that I'm like, okay, let's get something going on, like either out of Nashville or down in Texas or somewhere else where I can tap into some more country music listeners because few and far between up here. I mean, it's better than Denmark, but not much. So not by much. So, it'd definitely be good to spread out a little bit more and get some more touring under my belt. But that's probably going to be for 2022. So, but the planning of that is going to start actually this month. So
Awesome.
we'll have to get you in Florida. What?
Oh, I would love to. I know my booking agent has a bunch of things in Florida that she could hook me up for. So, and where are you at?
I am near the Sarasota area. I'm on the West Coast.
Got it. Okay, cool. So yeah, there's definitely a lot of places there that I know that they've been wanting to get me. So
That's cool.
That'd be fun.
Don't forget Europe.
Oh God, yeah. I was gonna come in May, and then I'm looking at October, and and it still doesn't things still haven't the borders still really haven't opened up enough to and then the tickets are really expensive right now for whatever reason. But
it's because they need to make up the money they've lost over the last year and a bit, I guess. So
probably, yeah. Although here in domestic flights are super affordable. So, and then the price of rental cars have gone up. It's so weird. I can't keep up. It's so strange. Yeah. But I am looking at October, but I don't know if it's going to happen yet. But if it does, you'll be the first to know. For sure. Yeah.
Because obviously Europe's quite easy to get around by car. I mean, I'm in Spain, but I can get to Portugal quite easily, or you've got France, or you've got, nowhere's too well.
Dip down and back up to Denmark and yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see?
So I should probably look into flying into the UK and then driving to Denmark. That might be an option.
Yeah, because when we're flying into UK, you can get out a lot easier. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm. And it's cheaper actually to get to, because usually we'll have a layover in Heathrow or something like that. Yeah. So.
Yeah, I mean, when I flew to the States, it was cheaper to fly from here to the UK and then back out again. Flying from here was extortionate because you'd have to fly from here then to Madrid to one of the bigger airports and then out across. where it was easy to fly to the UK, which seems ridiculous because you kind of, go backwards, didn't go. Well, you actually go in the right direction, but you know what I mean. It just seems.
Yeah, but it's
mad.
and then to stop in Heathrow for like 4 hours to do another hour and a half flight to Denmark. It's not very far.
No.
We'll just skip over that last pond. But yeah, so because I do have a bunch of places in Denmark that I need to rebook because I was already booking there. So I already had a bunch of shows in the calendar. And then I know my publicist Paige has been talking to a lot of UK people, and I definitely have a lot of people there that I want to see if we can make some shows happen and stuff.
That'd be good because I'm in Scotland around November time. So if you can stretch across to November, that'd be cool.
Got it.
That'd be very, very cool.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see what happens, and I'll definitely let you know. Florida as well.
Awesome. And I'll watch as I am traveling. If I can meet you anywhere, that would be great too.
Yes.
We'll be in Northern
Sounds
Oregon
good.
for a while. So.
Oh yeah. Hit me up when you come back. When you come back this way.
Yes,
Awesome.
ma'am. You got it.
All right.
Awesome. That'd be awesome. This has been so much fun.
It has been. You guys are great. It's amazing. Really amazing.
Always like to be
Thanks for having me. I really appreciate it.
No worries. This is fun. We're looking forward to new music and new videos. It's going to be good.
Yeah. And in the meantime, I actually have a song called "Crazy on the Outside" that I think would fit perfectly.
There you go. There you go. You two can write the jingle for Crazy Women Country. There you go.
There we go.
Exactly. We got this.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
We need a crazy jingle just to, to go with it. That'd be awesome. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Thank you for joining us, and thank you, friends, for having us here for.
Oh.
If you enjoyed today's episode of Crazy Women Country, don't forget to give us a thumbs up. Be sure to click the subscribe button for new interviews weekly. And thank you, friends, for joining us today on Crazy Women Country, where women's voices matter.